tonight with Congressman Leland Vittert, Republican from Colorado. It's nice to see you, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome back to the program. I think we can all agree that the air traffic control system in America is completely broken. It is totally antiquated, and it goes way beyond Newark Airport. Fair?
Absolutely, Leland. And also, you mentioned that you were learning to fly in the 90s, and I've flown a small single-engine plane myself and have dealt personally with air traffic control, and certainly there have always been issues. And there are even non-towered airports throughout our country as well where pilots get in and out safely, and there are those backup systems. I do believe that the system needs updated, but this is not a Trump administration problem overall. President Trump has been in office about 15 weeks. What we just went through for 4 years was really a lot of neglect. And Joe Biden was not as present as we see President Trump. President Trump has done more in 15 weeks than Joe Biden did in 4 years. And certainly the problems that we saw in air traffic control and beyond in the FAA industry is really a lot of those DEI hires that took maybe more qualified people off of that list. And right now they are understaffed, and no cuts have been made under this administration. So there needs to be improvement in the equipment, and we need to have retraining and more hires.
Agreed on all points. You said in January of 2023, harsh words for Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. The FAA had a system outage that led to 6,100 delayed flights, 1,000 cancellations. You said every plane in America is currently grounded due to a system error. Mayor Pete, bravo. This is what happens when you hire clueless liberals for jobs they aren't qualified to do. Why didn't Donald Trump fix the air traffic control system in the first term of his time as president?
I don't think we saw as many problems, and I could be corrected on that. During his first term as president, we certainly saw them increase when the woke hiring policies were implemented under the Biden administration. And it was not a 90-second ground stop that we saw at one airport. This was nationwide. This was much more significant than 90 seconds. And I'm so grateful that everyone was safe and there were not any near misses. But certainly, this is something that needs to be addressed, and I have full confidence in President Trump and Secretary Duffy to handle this.
Okay, so there was a huge issue during the first Trump administration of trying to bring about NextGen, which was a new air traffic control system, and President Trump put it on the back burner, and it never got implemented. You don't worry that continuing to blame the Biden administration just is an invitation for everyone to then blame Donald Trump during the first term?
Did the Biden administration bring on NextGen? Did he bring that on and fix the air traffic control? Did Mayor Pete do anything to actually fix these systems?
So it's everybody's fault.
No, they actually replaced. There's a lot of folks that this is the federal government of the United States. Are you kidding me? We're not going to pretend that this is run like a great business. However, the American people did hire a businessman, and I believe that President Trump is going to implement policies that are going to get this corrected and get it corrected swiftly. That's why you've seen his agenda
fair enough. Hold on.
So aggressively.
Fair enough. President Donald J. Trump's principles for reforming the U.S. air traffic control system. According to him, the United States air traffic control system is one of the most important and vibrant elements of our nation's infrastructure. You would agree. Every day, the dedicated men and women of the FAA guide thousands of aircrafts, yet the FAA ATC's operations are currently mirrored within a federal bureaucracy that hinders innovative operations. That was issued in 2007. Nothing got done. Why should we think it's going to be any different this time?
President Trump had a lot of successes in his first term. This is an issue that we are addressing now. He was certainly focused on working with a Congress that was actually working against him and his agenda to secure the border. Even with that opposition, with a Republican majority in his first 2 years, he still was able to successfully build that a huge portion of that border wall and bring security there, get our economy booming once again. Of course, we all know what happened in 2020, but Joe Biden came in and he really declared an all-out war on our energy independence and completely did away
we may
with
be
that.
getting a little bit
ended construction at the southern border. Oh no, there's a lot here that
we're talking about ATC.
I'm going to come right back to it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.